Hey my thrifty friends, Tabs here from the Urban Goddess Shop. Today's video, we're going over my most recent thrift haul, all very on trend for fall. I do have a couple like unique, vintage, quirky items, but majority of these are items that I am out actively looking for and sourcing to sell this fall. If you're new to my channel, we're gonna go over all these items, why I'm grabbing them, what I would be looking for while I'm out sourcing, hopefully helping you make better choices while you're out trying to find items to sell on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Depop, wherever you're listing your items. My main platforms are now Poshmark and eBay, and these are items that I would be grabbing for there. Okay, so we're gonna just jump right into this. I went to 3 different stores, different inventory from each store as well. So I spent in total $370. We're gonna add up the total at the end and see how much potential profit we have in this thrift haul. So my goal is to probably double, triple my investment, and I'm hoping for more than that, obviously. Okay, so I have a Savers or Value Village thrift haul. I also found this church thrift store on the weekend that I stopped at, and I have a buy sell trade. I went to style Encore. I did have a 20% off, so that definitely knocked down the total. Okay, let's just start going through these. First one that we're gonna go through is my style Encore haul. So right now they're having a sale, and anything that's yellow tag or marked as clearance is 70% off. So some of these items, keep in mind, I wouldn't normally pick up, but I'm picking them up because of the price point. Usually what holds me back on like buying items and taking chances on more items is that my cost of goods tends to be pretty high. And I know that if you're a binge shopper or you have a lot of thrift stores locally, you probably can find better pricing. We're pretty limited in the city that I live in. When they have sales, I'm like, I'm gonna take some chances because the cost of goods is so low. First item is a pair of Lulu legging tights. These are kind of like a stripy or a heathered one. They are practically new. You can see the Lulu dot. Anytime I can find this size dot, basically with like the letters and the numbers around it, I'm gonna grab them because this is gonna be a current style. A size dot like this one would be 2018 or newer, which puts it at less than 5 years old. I try not to grab anything over 5 years old unless I feel like it's a timeless piece or something that's gonna hold some value. But leggings are a bit of a tough one. I would only grab leggings if they had those letters and numbers. Or, I mean, if you're shopping the bins and they're 90 cents an item, I mean, yeah, you could take more chances on those ones, but I think you're gonna hold on to them a lot longer. There's a lot of old Lulu floating around out there. Next is another pair of leggings. These are just plain black ones. I think they're a size 2 or a size 4, and I just said I wasn't grabbing any more small size Lululemon, but I had that 20% off, so I thought if I can knock some dollars off, I'll probably grab some Lulu that maybe I wouldn't pay full price for. I also grabbed this Lululemon tank top, fall colors. I think I'm gonna keep this for myself for now, but I'm also gonna list it in my closet. If it sells, it sells. If not, I'm gonna wear it. I like the fall tone. This is a great top to wear with like a jean jacket over, or like a flannel if you don't want to be wearing a bunch of warm layers. Definitely looking for those fall colors, warm tones, navies, darker jewel tones, things like that. This is another Lululemon piece. Has the little Lulu logo on the back. I actually don't know the style of this. It does have ballet core vibes to me, and that was kind of what I was playing in my head. I'm looking for more keyword styles now. It has that wrap style top. Yeah, it has like a button right here too. I just really like it. Lightweight. This one I think was like marked wrong. It was at $13 and I couldn't find a flaw on it. Taking a chance. It is practically brand new. You can see the size dot doesn't have any cracks in it. I don't think that this is a current style just by the print of it. I think it'll be a good item for eBay even. These are some Lululemon joggers. I love the color of them. If they were in black, I don't know if I would grab them. Because they were this tone, I feel like this is a very trendy tone right now. Something that's still selling in fall. Don't know if I would have grabbed these in black. I had a pair of them and they just weren't doing very well. Next up is a Wilfred free skirt. This has like bodycon style, almost like a wrap, very soft material, perfect fall piece. I would be looking for black neutral tone skirts like plaid, wool. What's the material content? I think this is just like a cotton viscose rayon. Yeah, rayon and spandex. Fall winter vibe. This would look so cute with a pair of boots. I might even put like biker core with it because it has a little bit of that like edgy kind of black look to it. This jacket I had been eyeing for a while and it fell onto their clearance. It's Eddie Bauer. If you don't know what the Eddie Bauer logo looks like, I like Eddie Bauer jackets. They tend to hold value and I'm expecting to sell this for over $60. And then with the discount, I actually only paid $9 for this jacket. I can't thrift like no-name jackets for $9. This was a steal of a deal. Again, I wouldn't necessarily pay full price for, but I will pay 30% of the asking price. I mean, who wouldn't? This next piece is a bit of a gamble. It is definitely an older Aritzia jacket. It's a community one. I'm gonna show you this label, but to be honest, I probably wouldn't be sourcing this any other time. This is why I grabbed it. Number one, it's kind of like a neutral tone. It's a really nice gray. It has a little bit of like a modern or contemporary, maybe even like an artsy kind of style to it. It's in really good condition and I paid $6 for it. That's a pretty good price. I'm feeling confident that I'll be able to sell this for maybe between $40 and $50. Next up is a Lululemon scuba hoodie. I don't know if you guys have been watching Lululemon's emails. They are dropping the scuba hoodie again. It is coming out. It's making a comeback. I heard talk about this over the last couple months. I think with Lulu bringing back the scuba, I definitely will be starting to source more items, obviously kind of being cautious of the pricing. There are so many good quality scuba hoodies from, 5-10 years ago that you can find for a good price that I think are gonna start selling again. And I just sold a Stride jacket for like $59 and that's like a really old style Lululemon jacket. So if scuba's come back hard, I think this will be a $60 sale. That's what I'm hoping for. I think I have a couple more Lulu pieces in this haul for Style Encore, but yeah, I grabbed this. It's like a pink kind of wrap style. I'm gonna tag this one as ballet core as well. I grabbed this more on price. I've been selling quite a few Lululemon fall items like knit sweaters, cardigans. This color I think is a good color for fall. Perfect tone for like family pictures. This is definitely a color you see a lot in family pictures. But yeah, this to me is a no-brainer. If I can pick up the Lulu in more current styles, and if it's not a current style, at least in a current color, I'll take a chance on it. And a lot of these pieces, again, it's just breaking down to that sale price I was getting. All right, next I have a pair of wedgie jeans. These are Levi's wedgies. They are raw hem, tapered leg. I think I'll be able to sell these for probably over $50, hoping for $65. I just grabbed I just grabbed all of this, but I was so excited about this brand. So this is Girlfriend. I don't find it often. It's quite an expensive brand. To me, it kind of ranks somewhere between like Denim Forum and a Goldie. Really cute style. They sell these ones at Revolve, and I think the retail price was just under $200 for them. Don't quote me on it. I can't remember. I did quickly look up comps on it, and these were in just really good condition. You can kind of see the riveting. If I wouldn't have seen the stock photo on Revolve, I may not have grabbed them because I was really hesitant about this on the side. But after seeing the stock photo on Revolve, I was like, that is super trendy. That looks hot. And yeah, I'll take a chance on them. And then the last pair of kind of like jeans, they're shorts, are these Denim Forum shorts. I paid $16 and then saved on them. I honestly think, if you don't know what Denim Forum is, this is a brand they sell commonly at Aritzia. They had these marked at $16 and I think they were actually marked incorrectly because the lady like looked at them and then she went and talked to her coworker and came back, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if it's just because they're out of season, and I like was playing it like, no, I'm getting these jeans. You cannot mark these up. You priced them at $16. That is what I'm paying, and I'm saving money on them. that's just how it's gonna happen today. I was like laying down the vibes. All right, next I have another crispy pair of Lululemons. These are just black leggings. They're actually in a size 4, so I think Emika's gonna take these. She actually had an accident at school like 2 weeks ago, and they were playing in gym class, and she slid across the gym floor and put holes in her Lulu Aligns. And I was quite upset with her because they're very expensive pants, and I was like, you can't just like you have to be cautious with these, or put on gym clothes. Like, you cannot just go wrecking $100 pair of pants. She like threw it at me. She's like, I paid for these with my own money. That was my birthday. I was like, it doesn't matter. You have to have the value in your clothes. But I kind of felt bad after, because honestly, she wears probably 80% secondhand clothes. So, you know, when you're a reseller, you have access to so much more. I'm able to thrift a lot of clothes for her that she still gets trendy in style, brands, colors, things like that, but I'm paying a fraction of the price. So I was fortunate enough that I could find another pair within 2 weeks for her to replace them. And we're actually gonna take those ones in and have them turned into bike shorts, or biker length shorts. This is kind of like a no-brainer. Align, if I can find Align leggings, those are going to be newer, I would pick them up as long as your cost of goods is good. I've sold quite a few leggings in the last couple weeks, where before I was like, I can't get rid of these. And then when I kind of reflected on the leggings that I had left in my closet, a lot of them were really small sizes, like size 2 and 4. So I think that's why they're just taking so long to move. But like my size 8, even like 6, 8, 10, those tend to move pretty quick and are starting to move again. I think the weather's starting to transition everywhere, where people are going from shorts, you know, to leggings and jeans, and that we should see an uptick in sales in fall items really starting soon. All right, next we have a Wilfred Free dress. This was just the right price. It is an older style. This is probably like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old, but I loved it because it's just a nice kind of dusty rose color knit dress. I feel like this could be a 90s kind of style dress for someone younger, but who knows? I'm definitely taking a chance on this one. With the savings, it was just so much easier to buy things that I had been putting off. All right, next piece is a Lululemon vest. And this is a little bit of an older style. It doesn't have the letters and numbers around it. And I know I said that I'm always grabbing the ones with the letters and the numbers, but this is something I looked at the comps on eBay, and I felt pretty happy with what I was paying for it and what it could potentially sell for. Definitely is a fall item, nice dark color. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest, of the striping, because I feel like that kind of dates the item. Otherwise, it's a really cool piece. So I'm gonna take a chance on this one, see what it sells for. I don't think I'll lose money on it. I know I won't lose money on it. I just don't know if it's gonna meet my profit margin. Taking a chance. Sometimes you have to take little chances, and I don't think it's taking a chance if you know you won't lose money. It's just maybe not making the profit that you're hoping for. We're coming to the end of this part of the haul, and then we're gonna go on to the church items. So this is another Wilfred Free item, just a black oversized long sleeve shirt. I grabbed this, it's fall, it's neutral, Encore, right? Like this, it's a size large, which I like because it's a bigger size, but yeah, I think this piece will do well. I don't think it's gonna bring big value, but it's definitely a good item for people to add to a bundle. So I could potentially make, you know, $15, $20 on it. Not necessarily that profit range I want, but something that people add into their bundles because they're already saving money. And then the last item is this Wilfred die-dot sweater. And I swear I just said in a video that I am no longer grabbing these, and I lied, because for the right price, I will pick them up. So this is what the label looks like. They're like a slouchy sweater. They have kind of a signature studding in them. They're also like a bat wing sleeve style. This one was in really good condition, and for the right price, neutral tone, nice gray, I'm gonna take a chance on this one. And I think now that I'm cross-listing everything over to eBay, I'm also taking chances on items that wouldn't necessarily have sold very well on Poshmark Canada, but I think they're gonna do okay on eBay when I check comp. I'm gonna drop it out there. If you are not cross-listing, now is the time to start. Diversify your business, sell on multiple platforms. If you don't have a cross-listing software, I'm gonna drop a link down below. I use Prime Lister. If you sign up, you will get 7 days free to try it out. If you're a Canadian, there's not very many software applications that are actually available to Canadians that work on Canadian websites, and this is one of them, and it's super easy to use. So I love Prime Lister. It's the one I've been using since I started cross-listing, and just highly recommend them. So you can use any software, doesn't matter to me. Also, while we're in this kind of like midpoint, if you are new to my channel and you are not subscribed, make sure you tap that little subscribe button, because there are a ton of people. There's like 50% of viewers that are not subscribed. I would love to have you join the family, the Urban Goddess family, and this reselling community. Okay, we're gonna carry on. So next part of this thrift haul is a church sale. So I went to this like basement church thrift store on the weekend in this very small town. I had heard about it on Facebook, but had never been there. And I'm so happy we stopped. They were running a 50% off sale on everything. It was very interesting. I should have took videos while we were there. I didn't. I was just super excited. And we only had half hour before they closed. I spent $28 total, and this was after the discount. My total was like just under 60 bucks. And they were so kind and so appreciative because I took a pile of stuff off their hands. First item that I grabbed is this vintage, it's like an Eaton's robe, nice light pink. These tend to sell pretty well, like $45 to $65, depending on the colors and the prints and the brand and things like that. I don't find them often and for a really cheap price. So I was like, I'm scooping this one up. And just looking, it actually has like a little spot I'm gonna have to do some stain removing on. Gorgeous, cute, dainty, ballet core, Barbie core, vintage, like all great keywords for it. Next item, oh my gosh, I love these tapestry jackets. This is a Deborah Murray. I have a couple items from her in my closet right now. I believe it's an 80s or 90s vintage brand. And these jackets, I feel confident I'll be able to sell this jacket for over $70, and I'll probably list it a bit higher because it is such good quality. It's such a unique print. The Southwestern vibe, Western, I'll tag rodeo, I'll use the words tapestry, Aztec, boho. I'm sure I'm like missing other keywords, but this piece, this is, if I could find one of these a week, I'd be happy. I'd be so happy. Next one is another vintagey sweater, and it's like a unique knit one, tortoiseshell buttons, really cool print, patchwork, embroidery. Yeah, I just like it. Definitely like cabin core, grandma core, country core. I don't know what other cores we could tag into it, but I was really excited when I found this piece as well. I know it's not a brand or a bolo, but these pieces bring value. They're not necessarily like a brand to be looking out for, but maybe even styles to be looking out for. I sell a lot of sweaters, jackets, items that are not necessarily like a brand, but I'm selling on trend or style, and they sell for a good dollar. Like each of these items is selling for over $50. Next up is a Tosani textured knit sweater. I'm going to show you the label, but it's a vintage one. It definitely has a Coogi vibe to it. So Coogi was like super textured sweaters from the 80s and the 90s. This gives me the vibe. I've sold probably 2 sweaters like this, definitely way more textured than this one. I feel good about this. It'll be able to sell for probably $50 to $60. I love that it's like the darker colors, like the dark academia. That's the vibe I'm getting from this one. Next is definitely an older Lulu piece. So this is a Lulu men's jacket. It's in a size large. I don't typically grab older style, but I felt like this was kind of a classic piece. Like you could easily wear this now and not look overly outdated. I mean, it's not a modern style, but to me, it just kind of has like a retro style to it. Yeah, and I think I ended up paying $3 for it. $2, $3 for it. I'll take it. Here's another brand I like to sell, and it's Roots. This isn't anything fancy. Usually when I'm grabbing them, they have Roots right across the front, but I like this one because it's just a nice oversized Sherpa. Oh, this was why I grabbed it too, because it says Banff on the back. So Roots Banff 2000. Oh my gosh, this is like late 90s Y2K. I'm even more excited for this. I knew it said Banff on the back, but I didn't realize that it was from the year 2000. That is so cool. Next, I have a Cabin Creek, definitely like cabin core, oversized 90s kind of work denim jacket. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily on trend, but I like grabbing chore style clothes. Because this one's oversized, has a little bit of a flannel in the cuffs and on the side, I think this is a fall vibe. This is great to layer with a hoodie and definitely has a style. So for this one, I might even tag Encore and hiking in this one, because this would be something that you would layer with being outside. This one, I was way too excited when I seen it, and not because it's anything fancy, but it's a very unique handmade top. It has like the cap sleeves, has a little bit of a sweetheart neck. It definitely has like a unique style. It's Victorian, Southwestern. The material is like almost like a curtain material. I don't know what you would it's not tapestry, but it reminds me of like grandma curtains. You can see the print. It's lined inside. And I think it's handmade. Yeah, oh, for sure it's handmade. The next two pieces Emeka grabbed for herself, but I'm gonna toss them in here because I paid for them. It's just an Ash City sweater. So keep in mind, Emeka's in grade 9. She's in high school. She's deeming these as something that she would be looking for. This gives me varsity vibes. Like just looking at the neck and the sleeves, this has to be cleaned, and it actually has to be sewn up. Has a rip in one of the sleeves. And I was like, we're not picking this up. It's like, and even back here, like it's damaged, and she did not care. She like literally took it and hid it in my basket, and I got to the tail and I just looked at her and she's like, it's $2, Mom. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you about a $2 sweater, but I just didn't know why we were grabbing it. It was damaged. She said she's gonna sew it up, which means I'm probably gonna sew it up for her, but she really liked the style of it. I think this is like Urban Outfitters vibes. Definitely Urban Outfitters. And then she found this Alberta Parks. So Alberta is a province. That's where our mountain property is. And she just thinks this is the coolest shirt. So she's gonna keep it as a work shirt. Alberta Parks would be like their recreation parks for the province. Or I guess if you're in the States, it would be like state-ran parks. But yeah, she just thought it was a cool shirt. And then the last item from that thrift store in the church is this Canada Olympic Games Whistler sweater. To me, this is like 70s vibes, and I actually thought it was vintage. I was like, oh my God, this totally is vintage. Except when I looked at the tag when I got home, it's from 2010. I was hoping it was the 83 Olympics. I think it was 83 or 86 or something when they were in Calgary. Whatever, it is what it is. It's still cute, and it says Whistler on it. So I think this will be an all right sale. Does it have material content? Oh, that's worn. You can't even tell. Feels like a merino wool blend though. All right, we are on to the last stretch of this thrift haul. These next items I grabbed today. These are all from Value Village, and I spent about $80 at Value Village. So I feel like this was a pretty good haul. I'm excited about these pieces. These are like fall and winter items or brands that I would definitely be looking out for. First item I'm going to show you is Arc'teryx. I do not find this brand often, I promise. I love this. It's kind of like a technical long sleeve. It's in a women's small. To me, this is something you would wear as a layer. Like if you were out going, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, going on an outdoor walk in winter, this is something that you're gonna wear as a base layer. Not necessarily a color I normally grab, to be honest. The brand was there, and I could see the style as someone that was looking for outdoor technical gear. This next one is called Little Mountain, and I actually follow them on Instagram. They're a Canadian brand. This is made in Vancouver, and it's a jacket. It's a polyester viscose blend, but I like the colors of it because it's not just like a neutral tone. It has greens and blues, browns, and you can kind of see like it's a very soft, heavy kind of flannel material. Canadian made, will definitely be putting that in the keywords shacket, plaid. This next one, I actually just sold one of these like a month or two ago, and it's an RD style shacket, very neutral toned beige. This is actually part of their their conscious line. It's made out of recycled material. So all the material in this is recycled material. And it's a nice heavy material. How many times can I say material in 30 seconds, hey? Yeah, this is a no-brainer. I like these. Shackets are still selling. Good layering pieces, and the price was right. This next item I was so excited about because I don't find these often, but they're just a pair of vintage leather tapered leg pants, and they're in a size 4, high-waisted for sure, lightly lined inside. Oh darn, they are damaged. I'm returning these. Scratch that, we're not keeping these in the haul. I'm gonna return these. There's no, yeah, not with that. Darn it. I was super excited about those. I also grabbed this Cherokee sweater, just like a heavy knit. It's cotton, maybe wool blend material. Does it say on the tag? Cotton and acrylic. Neutral toned, fisherman style. These are good sellers, good sweater sellers. And I feel like you can usually source those for a pretty good price. I also grabbed this vintage Olympic, kind of like 70s dad vibe. I don't know what you would call this. I love the colors of it. Very fall. I'm probably gonna tag it as like hiking, gorp core, granola girl. Could even be like indie. I think this would be like an indie vibe. Last pair of Lulus for the haul. I don't normally grab these, but I liked the design on them. I'm gonna have to look up the code because there is a letters and number code on the little circle dot in these ones. They were $18 plus I had a 20% off coupon. So I did save a little bit of money on them. And then the last shacket of the haul, I do have one more item after this, but the last shacket, oh, and I got 4 pairs of shoes to show you, is this True Grit. I'll show you what the label looks like. I have seen it a couple times. I don't know why this seems familiar to me. It's a men's large shacket. I'm gonna actually post this into the men's side just because it definitely has some like masculine vibes to it. But I really like the colors. I just wish the sleeves weren't as long as they are. Definitely have to list this one in the men's. Yeah, and you can see how soft it is. Good colors. And then the last item is this vintage slip skirt, has lace on the bottom. There's not even a size tag in this one, so I think it's a size medium. I liked it because it goes below the knee. I do have some shorter slip skirts in my closet right now. This is just a nice, easy piece. They're cheap. They're easy to store, they don't take up any room, so I don't mind having them sit in my closet waiting for the right buyer. Okay, I have a couple pairs of shoes I want to show you guys as well. I grabbed these at Value Village. I don't normally pick them up. They're New Balance. To me, they're like the dad shoe, but I know they trend. I think I just never find them, and usually when I find them, they're priced up, and these ones were only $10, so taking a chance, trying, seeing if they sell. Next are these Bach clogs. They even have plastic around them still. But I grabbed them at that church sale. They're a size 6. I like the clog styles. They're a trending style. They're leather. They have a little bit of a platform on them. So they have a few things going for them. We'll see how they do. I think I paid like $2 for them. Next are these rag and bone heeled ankle booties. I don't normally grab rag and bone, although I did do some comp searching and I feel like these are gonna sell decently. I'm hoping for $70 to $100 and I paid like $16 for them. But yeah, you can see, it's hard to tell. I don't know if you guys can see that, but rag and bone is usually stamped, and then obviously you can see it stamped in the inside of the shoe. And then the last item from this haul is a pair of Kamek boots, and these definitely have like Sorel vibes. Really good rubber sole, leather, wool kind of flannel looking material. I just felt like they're a great fall boot. Taking a bit of a chance on these ones. I don't normally grab Kamek, but I do know that it sells pretty well. They sell it at like Atmosphere and Mech and pretty much any like outdoor hiking type of store. All right. This is my thrift haul. These are the items that I'm going to be listing this week. I'm pretty excited about them. Lots of great pieces. I spent, like I said, $370, and the grand total of potential listing that's a pretty good return. I think it's important that when you're outsourcing that you have multiple ways that you source, that you stop at different types of stores. Don't just source at like one particular store, or you only do consignment, or you only do thrifting, or you won't, right? Like you should have multiple ways of sourcing, and it's going to give you lots of different types of items at also different price points, which helps with your average cost of goods. All of these items I am hoping to sell for over $40. The average sale price that I'm looking for is usually over $50. It doesn't always happen, but yeah, I'm hoping to sell all of these items for over $40. Okay, what are your favorite pieces? What fall items are you looking for? Are there any keywords in here that I need to attach that I wasn't talking about? Some things I like put keywords in, some things I didn't, but yeah, I am open to any information you guys want to share with me about these types of items. I'm gonna head out of here. I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul. I hope it helps you when you're outsourcing types of items that you should be looking for, trends that are happening right now. I am wishing you all many sales. I'll see you next time. Bye.